starting team just in the last half hour or so. Papua New Guinea have withdrawn their squad, so we are down to 5 in this first heat. There will be 5 teams as well in the second heat. But yes, Jamaica, second at the World Championships a couple of weeks back, bronze medalists in 2018 on the Gold Coast. And Botswana go in this one as well. Their squad, they are the defending champions from the games 4 years back in Australia. It's the first of just 2 heats. The first 3 teams in this race and in the second heat will go through by right to Sunday's final with 2 non-automatic qualifiers. Well, Singapore go out in lane 8. Their squad, Tan, Kwek, Thanarajan and Lee. The Botswana squad, the younger Scotch, Kaitumetse, Pesela and Ndori. And then the Zambians, well, their best 3:05.25. They go in lane 6. Nyambe, Luchembe, Mulenga and Samukonga, their quartet. The Jamaicans, well, the bronze medalists 4 years back, always strong with the baton. Bartley, Cox, Anderson and Francis. And then the Nigerians in lane 4, Namani, Nathaniel again, and Adeyemi is their quartet. Well, the stadium about 98% full, I would say, looking around at the crowds in the arena. It's a wonderful level of attendance for each of these morning and afternoon sessions. Of course, tomorrow morning's session concludes with the men's 1500 meters final, and this session this morning, no actual finals. The decathlon, of course, is a final all the time as it rolls through its 10 disciplines. So heat 1, the men's 4x400 meters then. 5 teams out there. The first 3 teams home are guaranteed a place in Sunday's final, and they set off strongly with, in particular, Botswana, with Scotch going out really strongly left of picture. He's rocketed past the lead-off athlete from Singapore on the outside, Tan. Scotch going superbly, certainly leads at the moment. The Jamaicans also having a strong run through these early 100 meters through Bartley. They're probably in second place at the moment, but Scotch, wow, for Botswana. The stagger has to unwind, of course, on the first bend of the second leg, and then they can break from lanes. But Botswana marginally in the lead here, although the Jamaicans will pull up alongside them around this bend, I'm sure. Jamaica in second, going well. Nigeria on the inside in the green there, and beginning to move through now. Zambia down the outside. It's outside. Still 4 teams very much in this. Singapore struggling at the back.
Yeah, Botswana, as you mentioned, Tim, the defending champions. That was a good run by Scotch on their first leg. And it was also a good run by Bartley of Jamaica. And now we have the battle. A reminder, just the first 3 guaranteed a place in that final on Sunday. Botswana then with their second leg runner, Maseso, running well, but he's being overtaken by the Jamaican Cox.
Well, the second changeover, they're less critical in 4x400 meters, but it is the Jamaicans who lead. Anderson it is on this third leg for Jamaica. Botswana closing up on them. Pesela for Botswana in the light blue in second place. The gap has stretched a little bit back to Nigeria. Nathaniel on this third leg for Nigeria will try to close on the leading 2 teams, but out in front, Anderson pushing on really strongly through 200 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, only 3 teams go through by right. No time for tactics generally in this sort of race. The Jamaican, Anderson still leading with 3 meters lead on the Botswana in second, Nigeria in third.
Yeah, the final changeover. Athletes are put in the position of where their incoming runner is at the 200-meter point and cannot move. It doesn't matter whether there's any changes down the home straights. The athletes have to take the battle in that position, and it's still a battle between Jamaica and Botswana, and this is a good leg here. Ndori for Botswana onto the shoulder of Siobhan Francis. And look behind now, Zambia are absolutely flying. Sumakonga. Of course they've got him on that last leg.
Botswana leading from Jamaica. Zambia in third. Nigeria struggling now. Nigeria in a little bit of trouble here. They're not going to get an automatic qualifying spot unless Adeyemi can kick hardly down the home straight. Botswana looking superb. They are the defending champions. Jamaica giving them a run for their money here. Backwards to the line. They've got 2 days rest until Sunday. But Botswana take it from the Jamaicans. Zambia in third. Nigeria in fourth. Singapore come home a distant fifth. And the winning time there, well, 3:05.11 for Botswana. A little bit of pride at stake there. The lanes don't matter nearly as much for the final, of course, as in semi-finals, the individual 400, you do see people battling for the win. But in the 4x400 metres relay, Kath, was that a little bit extravagant and unnecessary, that battle for the win?
Lane draw does come into account, as we know, when you go forward to a final. I'm just glad to see Samu Konga back on the final leg for Zambia, because let's not forget, he went off after his 44.89 fastest qualifying time in the men's 400 metres in a wheelchair, and we were worried about the condition. And look at the ground that he covered. This changeover points, Tim. A little bit of traffic, isn't there, with the changeover, and Jamaica were in control and battling with Botswana, and then all of a sudden it all got really tasty towards the end.
Oh, well, it was a great man-to-man battle, wasn't it? Mano a mano. Only 5 teams. The traffic not nearly as bad as that changeover as you get sometimes when there's 8 teams out there, many of them close together. But yeah, 4 teams out of the 5 with nearly a mile of running behind them, and they're still locked together. This is like a middle distance race, except they're going just a tad quicker. But Botswana, well, Ndori on this final leg, much smaller than the last leg runner, Siobhan Francis of Jamaica, who's driving so hard in those dark glasses, determined to catch the man from Botswana. Can't quite get there. That battle draws him about 5 metres clear of Zambia. Good run from Zambia. They go through by right. Nigeria will have to wait and see. 3:06.36 their time in 4th place.
Do you know what? I would love to know what Samakonga's split was on that last lap. I'm so pleased that he's recovered from being pushed off after his heroics to break 45 seconds. He's obviously okay and will look to go well in the 4 individually.
Let's have a replay here. This is a 3rd changeover. This is how chaotic it gets. As I mentioned, look, see, the athletes are placed at where your incoming runner is when they're at 200 metres, and you cannot move. And what happens is, Tim, as you know, athletes will go off the track, they'll depart the track with no real care or attention, and it gets a bit busy. People fall and batons can get dropped.
The daft thing is, though, those positions are decided for the waiting athletes by the positions at 200 metres of the athletes who are out there running. But so much can happen in that last 200 metres. Why on earth aren't they? It should be with 100 to go, is my humble opinion. But hey, it's only a rule that's been in place for donkey's years. It doesn't make it right necessarily.
I've seen teams, I think England and Australia, are involved in some controversy at some point when there wasn't moving in the line, and then the team gets disqualified.
Last night, we were treated to a very exciting men's long jump final. We had 4 men over 8 meters, 3 centimeters separating gold from 4th. And this morning, the women will get their chance to qualify. Now we have 2 groups. These are the athletes from Group A. And coming up are the athletes from Group B. Now there are 18 women looking to qualify, which means we are going to be losing 6 athletes this morning. Athletes can take their fate into their own hands by jumping 6 meters 75. Only the top 12 will move on, and they'll be getting underway very shortly.
Well, let's take a look at the result of that first heat of the men's 4x4. Botswana, Jamaica, Zambia. They go through by right. Close battle between Botswana and Jamaica. That'll